friends, welcome back. I hope you're all having a great day today. Chris here again. Guys, we're going to be talking about, I said last video that my next few are going to be about the invasion of the body snatchers. And so on this installment, we are going to be talking about the 1978 classic Invasion of the Body Snatchers, directed by Philip Kaufman, starring Donald Sutherland, Jeff Goldblum, and Leonard Nimoy. And Brooke Adams, too. But this is, the first one was ahead of its time, right? It was ahead of its time for the 1950s. So it was really, really good for the time that it was made. If you catch my drift, if you get what I'm saying. Like for the 1950s, 5-star movie. Absolutely. One of the best science fiction movies ever made. One of the granddaddies, as a friend of mine would say. But the 1978 version with Donald Sutherland in it is a far superior movie, in my opinion, than the 1956 movie, simply because it has more fleshed out storytelling. It has better storytelling. It has better acting. The thing is, Kevin McCarthy, the lead from the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers, actually has a cameo in this. He's the man who's running panicked through town, in case you didn't know that. But to me, this one is superior, is a better film, simply because it has better special effects. The pods and the sound editing and stuff are just like the sound editing for the clone people's screech. I'm not going to do it because there's people in my house and they'll think I'm probably having a stroke or an aneurysm or something, and they'll come rushing up the stairs, so I don't want to scare them. I'm not going to make the screech. But you catch my drift. Like, the sound that the creatures make, the sound editing for that was just phenomenal. The special effects were brilliant. I mean, the pods were nasty looking. When they're like growing the bodies, that was nasty. I mean, there was a little bit of some psychedelic imagery with cosmic dust and all that stuff. It still kept true to the science fiction of the original and the horror aspect, because it was intense at times, like Donald Sutherland's running for his life a lot, and he's meeting people that are trying to kill him. I mean, we have Leonard Nimoy in the movie, and he starts out as kind of this pompous and arrogant professor, and we have Jeff Goldblum, and he's, this kind of free-thinking, radical ideas kind of author, scientist, whatever. And Donald Sutherland is like an EPA guy. Or no, he's not an EPA guy. I'm sorry, he's a health inspector. He goes into restaurants and tells you if it's a rat turd or a caper kind of thing. And so, we have these brilliant actors, in my opinion. But, Leonard Nimoy starts off as this kind of, again, arrogant, self-important professor, right? He won't accept anybody's ideas. He thinks everybody else is stupid except him. Jeff Goldblum is a free-thinking, scientist. He has these wacky, zany things that no one takes seriously, but he's trying to get them across. And then as you see them change throughout the movie, it's, they show their acting chops, because Leonard Nimoy again goes from arrogant to like non-confrontational, and Jeff Goldblum goes from brash to timid almost. Like they all want to conform. They all want to be part of the hive mind, and they want you to be part of the hive mind when you fall asleep. So it kept that story element from the very first film, where if you fall asleep, you change into a pod person, But overall, this is just I say it's a better film because, again, when it's made, it's better because of the quality of technology available for it to be made, is what I'm trying to get at. I mean, some people will be like, oh, you can't beat the original. You can. Yes, you can. You can beat the original. And you can beat the original with superior technology and storytelling and writing. And I mean, yes, the original has its place in pop culture, in society, in culture in general. But the sequel, or not the sequel, but the remake from 1978 is a far superior film in the fact of it had more technological resources available to it, whether it be sound editing, special effects, better camera lenses, better camera technology, all that. So, I mean, it gets 5 stars, absolutely. And it is a more intense version of Invasion of the Body Snatcher. Same story, same exact story, but it is a better version of that story because it has moments where it is complete, like you're on the edge of your seat. And even though the 1951 is still intense, it doesn't have those moments that keep you just riveted, you know? For the time it does, but not as much as the 1978. So I'm going to give the 1978 Invasion of the Body Snatchers 5 stars. No, I'm sorry, 4.5 stars. And I mean, check it out, guys. It's really good. It's streaming on Tubi. It's streaming on Prime Video, streaming on PlutoTv. You can check it out. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. I recommend watching both the original from 1956 and the 1978 remake. Double feature it because you won't be disappointed. You will see the differences, the technological differences, the story differences. You'll see all that. You know what I mean? So check them both out. And this again gets 4.5 stars. And guys, I'm gonna keep making them as long as you keep watching them. Come back for the next installment. Love you. Peace out. Have a great day, guys.